Can you hear me? Are you live? If you happen to come live, just say hi and let us know where you are joining from. Let us know where you are joining from. Say hello. I'll wait like for 2 minutes, and on the second minute mark, I will start. Today it is really hot. Yeah, where I am. It is really, I think this is a very hot summer. But yeah, this is, yeah, I think it is the first time I am experiencing this kind of heat here. I am in Austria. Yeah, so if you happen to come live, just let us know where you are joining from. Yeah, and just say hi. And yeah, I will wait for a minute or so and then I will start because I'm really excited about doing these lives. I'm really excited about coming live. It is something that is really giving me a lot of joy. And as long as it is giving me joy, I like to do it because I know that Spirit will always lead through joy, through peace, you know. Yeah, so just say hi and where you are joining from. Welcome. So let me wait for a few seconds. Let me know how my sound is, how you are hearing me, if I'm okay, if you are seeing me. Let me check also my lighting. It is a little bit evening here. Yeah, so hello everyone. If you're joining for the first time, welcome. Feel at home. This is the channel that you want to be so that you are growing, so that you are expanding. And I really hope that you are getting a lot of value. If you are joining for, if you're a repeating like subscriber and you usually watch these lives, I hope that you are getting value. You can write your experiences and how you are feeling about these lives. And if you want me to talk of certain topics, just comment, and if I am able to, I will talk about it. So today, as you have seen, I will be talking about, I'm still talking about foundations, and I will be talking about values today. So thank you for the likes. So it means a lot because I know that you like it and you are getting something from it. So when I talk about values, if you don't know your values, you can somehow be lost. You can somehow be somebody who don't have like a foundations. As I am talking about foundations, if you don't have values or if you don't know your values, you can be somebody who is like swayed here and there, like you don't have a standing, you are not strong. People who don't have values, they are easily like influenced, they are easily caught up in peer pressure because like they don't have like their own standing. And when I am talking about values, you start to look like when you are a child, different families have like different values. And according to their values, you'll see like people raise their children to give them different values. You know what to them is like important. For example, for me, my family or my parents, they found it was a very, very high value for us to grow up like godly children. So we were really instilled like the value of godliness, like respect, like I did not hear my parents, or even it was not even allowed of us, me and my siblings, like to use any words like abusive words, like any form of disrespectful languages. So respect all form of godliness, like habits and values were really instilled to us as children. And I can say right now I am a grown up, it have been my value. Like I have naturally grown up to be a person who is more godly, and I can thank my parents for that. And we were also, as a child, we were really also instilled like the value of like hard work. Like my parents, they did not like entertain any form of laziness. Like they taught us as students to work hard, to be hardworking people, like to earn, for ourselves, to take care of ourselves. And they taught us that you really become like an important person, or you become like a valuable person when you are hardworking. Like you don't depend on people, you work hard for yourself. I remember my father speaking very clearly that, because he was a man who, you could say, he was well up, and he really told us, like he constantly said that his things or his wealth, it is his own, he have worked for it. And for us, we have to work for ours. So this pride that maybe people have on family wealth, we did not have that. We did not have that. I remember I felt like this is my father's thing, and I will be privileged if I have a share of it, or if I ever inherit it. But to get mine, I have to work hard for it. So my father really made that clear, that you work for your own wealth. So we were not like children who were like depending on family like privileges. My father was well up. I could not say that my father was not well up, but we were taught that, like that was a value that my father taught us, like to get your own wealth and to look for it. And also I remember as a child, my father really instilled like the value of education, like being good educated, and being like somebody like who is intelligent in school. Like that was really, education was really a strong value in my family. And you could see by the sacrifice that my parents could do, so that all of us, although we were many, that we have education, as much as we could. So these are values. And now that I am a grown up, I have really observed and realized that if you don't have your own values, or if you don't know what your values are, you will be tossed in life. Like you will be a person who don't have a foundation. And especially if you are a grown up and you are a parent, you will not have something like to give to your children. And even if you are giving them, you are giving them like unconsciously, you know what I mean? So when you start to know your values, you can know what values you as a parent you want to give to your children. You can decide, like now my parents decided that are going to pass over like godly values, which I find very, very, and they did it with intention. So when you are a parent and you yourself, you know your values, you can know that you are passing over that value, or if you want it, to your children. So but if you are a person who don't know their values, you will be tossed. You will not have a stand in life. You will not even know what to defend, because you don't know yourself. So one of the things, when you start like self-awareness or knowing yourself more and more, it is you starting to identify your values. Like even right now, you can start by asking yourself, what are like your 3 main values? What are your 3 main values? And the more you live your life, according to your values, the more you can feel like purposeful, the more you can feel like purposeful, the more you can feel confident, the more you can even put boundaries. The more you can put like boundaries with confidence, because you know this is your value. If integrity, for example, which was also part of my family values, like I was passed on, because I saw my father like walk with integrity around people and with people, you know, in private and in public. So that was a big thing for us. So I also like naturally was drawn to that integrity. So if, for example, like your value is integrity, you can start to check what are like your three main values. And now you start to ask yourself, are you living according to your values? Are you living according to your values? And if you realize that you are not living according to your values, that is now where you can, with intention, start living with your value. If you are a parent, you can start like focusing to pass over those values to your children, because you know those values are the ones that are building the foundation, like the foundation, the spiritual foundation, the inner foundation of you and of your children. Even if you don't have children and you want to have children in future, like, yeah, that is something you could start thinking about, that when you have your children, like, these are the things that you would like to pass over, like to pass over. And even if you don't have children like that, you yourself, you want to have like your own values, because also people can start to know your values, and they can also start to know your boundaries, you know, and even in relationships, because most of the times when you are also in a relationship, you want to come in a relationship with somebody, especially who share your core values, like your main core values that are part of you. You want to come into a relationship with that person, because if, for example, one of your values is really spirituality or godliness, and you get in a relationship with a person who do not have value for that, like, it can be frustrating. It can be really frustrating, because you know your core values is part of you. It is part of like your foundation. It is you. It is part of you. So when you are getting in a relationship, if you know your values, it will really help you, because just by knowing, because I believe some people can live with different people, but when you are misaligned with somebody in form of values, it is really hard like to make that relationship work, because foundationally it is already misaligned. You know, the foundation of it is not like stable. So especially in relationships, even in, if you are doing business with business partners, you want to see like your values are more aligned, especially the core values. So start thinking if you are there. Start thinking, what are your values? What are, in fact, just three of your values? Three of your values. This is not like a topic people want, like you'll find people like la- like running to listen, but it is a very, very important question or a very important topic. Know your core values. Know your, at least your three values. That is a practical way you can start applying this. Ask yourself, what are your values? What do you value most? If you are in a relationship, or if you are getting to a relationship, what is the core, because your core values will really determine the kind of partner that you can really get along with, or when you have aligned core values with your partner, I believe it is easier for the relationship than when you are not. Because for me, I find that core values, they are part of you. They are really part of you. your deeper values. So just think of like 4, 5 things, even 2, 3, 4, 5 values of yours. Think of them, write them, and see if you are living in alignment with them. Just start to think about it. And when you start to live with intention, like on your core values, you will see how it is going to empower you. You will see how it is going. It will be easier for you, especially if you are a person who don't have who have hardship in keeping boundaries. You will see how that will help you, like to start keeping your boundaries. So I don't know if you have any questions on core values or on values or your experience of it. But let me just end up and finish this by saying that know your core values. Know at least 2, 3 of your core values. What is really important to you? What is it? If you are interested in personal development or personal growth, because if you get in a relationship with somebody who is not interested in that, that is not even in their values, not even in their values, you will really get a misalignment. You will really get a misalignment. So when you are coming to divine alignment, you want to see that you are also coming with alignment with your values. You know your values, you know what you value, you know what is important to you, what characters are important to you, what things are important to you. If you value spirituality and you get in a relationship with somebody who really like despises that, do you see how that relationship could not like be smooth? If you value, in fact, if you value like cleanliness, something like simple, and like you are in a relationship with somebody, if your core value is like cleanliness, and you are in a relationship with somebody like who is not into that, sometimes such a little thing, it can make a relationship not work. If you are a vegetarian and that is your core value, like it is part of you for some reasons, and you get in a relationship with somebody who despises that, like they don't want like to be about vegetarian, they don't understand it, or vegan, whatever, you see how that relationship can have problems. So it is such small things. So knowing yourself, knowing your core values. If you're a person like who value like godliness, godly living, and you are with a person, you get in a relationship with somebody like who despises that, who don't value that, you see, you'll try to change the other person and they will try to change you, but these are core values. Those are core values, like you cannot change them. Those are things I was saying. Sometimes people will choose them than the relationship, and it is not because the other person they are bad. It is just because of misalignment. But I have said, the more that you come to divine alignment, the more you are coming like to alignment with your higher self, and the more you are coming in alignment like with your higher self and your and God. And then when you come to that higher vibration, let me show my vibrational chart. When you come to the higher vibrations, you are going to attract everything that is authentic to you, or everything that is aligned to you with ease. You become like magnetic. You attract the right relationship, the right business, the right people, the right friendships, financial abundance, all that, your health, because you're just coming to alignment. So coming to divine alignment, start by that simple thing. Start by knowing at least 1 or 2 or even 3 of your core values, and see if you are living in alignment to it. Because you will find when you start just focusing on living in alignment with your core values, you are going to find more peace. You are going to find more peace, more ease. You are going to attract the right people in your life, just because you decided, okay, this is my core value. I know it is valuable to me, and will live by it. And if I come in a situation where I am to compromise one of my core values, I will choose my core value. Because when you are choosing your core value, you are choosing choosing yourself, and that is self-love. So if you have a question, okay, Trust Trader, you said hi, I say hi too. Where are you writing from, or where are you listening from? Are you listening from? Trust Trader, yeah, nice to see you. Okay, yeah. I say hi too, thanks. So we see you in the next lives, and you can see the recording of this live. I will save it, and also I have a group, Alignment Sanctum. So if you want to stay in a godly elevated energy, that is a group you want to be part of, because you want to have like a godly, like an elevated energy where you are not going up and down, where like you're feeling discouraged one day, the other day you are like not discouraged, then you are one day you are disappointed, the other day not. If you want to build that consistency of just going up, up, and not like up, down, that is a group you want to join. So it is called the Alignment Sanctum. I just started it. So it is really new, but you have to apply to join. You can see the link on my links. Yeah, so thank you, and have a nice evening or a nice day wherever you are, and we see you in the next live. And I really like to hear from you. So if you have topics you want me to discuss, just let me know. And I pray that you get value, or you really grow from this. I know something will stick in your mind in this video, and when it is stuck in your mind, I know you will grow from it. I know you will not be the same like if you did not see this video. So when you see this video, I believe and I know that it will shift you to a different energy, and you will keep on growing and growing. So have a blessed time, and bye bye.